Team Jacob. Should I do the whole segment with my shirt off?
Oh my god.
Hey, you have a Sharpie, bro? I'll draw
The tattoo?
That's in my car.
Fuck.
I'm actually really debating about it.
You should just come in flexed out and then we'll just cut to us like normally.
Just like slowly over the
Yeah,
camera.
just come in like that and then...
What is it? It's like a wolf? Is it a straight up wolf? No, do some squiggly shit. Put Let's Talk Geek on here.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do this. I really don't want to do this. But do this. We sit in our opposite spots when it cuts, and then we
do it for this one?
not right now. Where am I sitting again?
Yeah, so where have you been, Geek Pod?
No, we had to say Loca. You have to
Brandon, stand right there. Like, stand in the frame of it. Let me look at this real quick. Like, stand right here. Brandon, where have you been, Loca? Oh my. Dude, I really fucked up the camera too.
Nah.
Wait, no. Chill.
I'm Team Nene. My fucking boy.
We're back. We're here. Another episode. Sorry for the chest hairs out, but
Sorry that y'all just see that.
yeah, I know. I'm actually. I felt so uncomfortable doing that, but it's all Gucci. Brandon, how's your week been going?
My week? It's been good. Long ass week. We're tired. You know how it is.
It's this kind of.
It's
week.
that kind of week where we gotta end it like that.
But actually, it's actually a perfect kind of week for this also because for a little wine mixed with a little bit of romance, especially what we did with. Honestly, I would actually call this one a little bit more romance than the first time we watched the
hella
other
more
time.
romantic than the first one.
It was actually, I actually thought this was actually pretty good. But ladies and gentlemen, we are covering over Twilight, New Moon. Shout out Robert Pattinson. We're still doing this just because the Batman. That's the only reason we're covering this. Like we would not dare to touch this at any point of our lives. But you know what? It's content. It's what we.
Not.
I mean, we got a kick out of it. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good. It was good.
But also
regardless.
today we have two.
Two very special guests.
I guess you can kind of say. I mean,
Twihards. That's what they wanted to be called.
twihards. I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's exactly what I said. Twihards themselves.
You could introduce that.
I'm
I'm still stunned by the twihards.
Some friends of mine. We have Alyssa and Caitlin here, who are two of the biggest Twilight fans that I know. Welcome in, guys. Welcome.
Yes.
Camera. How's y'all's week
Hello.
been going?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Was it a fun experience watching New Moon again?
It was very fun for me. I mean, this is my movie.
This is her favorite movie.
This is my favorite one.
I just remember this movie being the best one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember watching it again. Like I watched a lot of these movies whenever I was little with my mom, but I guess I just blanked out just watching it again, and I didn't remember any of the scenes that I watched.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking back at it now, it's not that bad of a movie.
This one, I don't know, like blockbuster, like box office, whatever wise, but this one did the best besides like the last one out of the whole saga.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know about like money wise,
Like,
but
you're talking like fan wise?
yeah, like fan base wise, a lot of people enjoyed this one the most, especially because it was like, oh, bigger production, we have money to do this now.
Right.
So
Yeah, we actually even looked at it last time. Like the budget was pretty low for the first
Budget
one.
was low.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Stupid.
And I guess doing well on that first one, they actually went. How much did they do this time?
Box office?
Yeah, I mean, just budget wise for making the movie. Because the last one that we saw was.
Box office was 700 million.
God damn.
Budget?
It's kind of crazy how stuff like this, especially just
Oh my
based
God, I
off
spelled
of
that wrong.
novels. I mean, I guess
50
kind of.
million was the budget, which I think the first one was only like 39.
It's right there. 37.
Huh?
37.
for the
Oh, for the first one, yeah, okay, yeah.
But
This one was 50.
it's so weird to me how like this big of a fan base for being a romantic novel could like grow into like I guess this big like movie cinematic type deal. But also, like for Harry Potter, I understand. For people like getting like tweaked over a freaking high school love is kind of weird to me. But I mean, looking at this and the movies, you kind of know that they're like some grown ass people. So I mean, I guess I'm okay with it.
Fair.
I just want to start off by saying that Team Jacob.
All
the way.
That's how we have to start it
No,
off.
doesn't
Team
make any
Jacob out
sense.
here.
No.
Team Jacob out here, but
What? How? Like,
Team Jacob.
he was doing everything right in this movie.
No.
Regardless of what apparently he does in future movies, he's doing everything right here.
Does he do that? Like what you guys say that he does in future movies in the books? Also, is he a dick in the books?
Yeah. He's just unlikable.
he's very
Unlikable.
he's a pick me boy.
But listen,
That's
I
the
think
thing.
they make him unlikable kind of on purpose.
So that way you go for Edward more, maybe.
I in my opinion, yeah.
When people say that they're Team Jacob, like even to this day, I'm like, why? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? It just doesn't make sense.
I feel like
It doesn't make like straight
I
up
feel like
point
Edward
blank.
is a very clear like who they're aiming for, like in the movie,
The
regardless.
directed.
So
But I guess I could understand like going towards Team Edward for like future movies, but you can kind of tell that this was a Jacob movie.
It was.
Even all these posters, like
It's him.
She's holding on to Jacob.
Yes.
Edward's just kind of there.
Actually, can you just give me the bag? I brought some
Oh
stuff.
my
Oh,
god.
Some little
we
stuff.
have props
Just-
here.
Yeah, props to you out here.
Just so y'all could
Let's
also
see.
see to the extent of how big this was, because we went to the
See
midnight
later.
premiere for all the rest of them. We went to the midnight premieres.
God damn.
What did you guys say? You guys were what?
Twihards.
Twihards.
That's what the fan base was called. Was Twihards.
I
Okay.
think we just found the title for the episode.
Twihards.
That might be
So
it.
we went to all the midnight premieres, and when you went to them, they were like this huge ordeal. We went to like the Palladium Theater. My mom would buy tickets for us like ahead of time, and you'd wait in line inside the theater or outside the theater. And while you were doing that, they would then offer you these.
Oh, yeah.
my
they do that
God.
for
So they have
the
this.
popcorn. That's crazy though.
If you're not watching, you're listening. It's a cup with Bella and Edward.
No Jacob?
No. Why would I buy
See,
a
but
Jacob
that-
one?
Oh, you just didn't
Why would I
give
buy a
us-
Bro,
Jacob
like,
one?
honestly, like,
God.
if,
They
you-
had-
if you guys are called Twihards, I mean, wouldn't y'all like want to have like every single
All-
piece?
Well,
all
of
this
of them?
one had the popcorn bucket.
There it is. See,
With
that's
all of them.
That's
That's
what
my
I
boy.
need right there. That's my boy. He's getting it.
So this is what it was like. But no, they had them for like all the characters pretty much. But my mom was like, clearly y'all just want these.
No,
Did they have one for Alice?
I think they did.
Oh damn!
No, they
see?
had. So
Oh my
by this
God.
point of the films, they had a set thing of like, are you Team Edward, Team Alice, like everyone
Oh.
had a
Carlisle,
team.
too.
I'm fucking
Team. I mean, like, hello, I'm wearing like my Carlisle Dilf
Yeah,
sweater.
Shout out Carlisle.
Shout out Carlisle.
Second favorite.
That guy
in
is
the
so
movie,
con-
bro.
so
He's so
consistent.
clean, bro. He doesn't even have to do anything. He's super dope.
He's just a man. Manpire.
Again, I think
Vampire.
starting off, I guess just getting inside the movie already. I could definitely tell like off the bat. To me, I mean personally, that like the movie like started off great already. There was already more of a connection between Bella and Edward than there was like. I mean, I get it. It was supposed to be a build up in the first movie, but I mean, even like at times where it's supposed to be quote unquote romantic, I didn't really like feel it at any point. But seeing it, of course, you know, they already like Bella's friends already know like, oh, Edward's here. Of course, Bella's gonna go in and hang out with Edward and all this stuff. And it's her birthday, right?
So timeline wise, when Twilight ends, that's like around prom. So that's like towards the spring semester. We don't know what happens in the summer because then this movie picks up in the fall because her birthday's in September.
Okay.
So we don't know what happened in the summer between them. It's not even in the books or anything. There's just like that gap. So it picks up in September and it goes through till like almost the midterms, like mid-semester for high school.
Okay, that makes
So
more
it's pretty
sense.
much like not even a whole year that they've been together.
Damn.
Damn, and he's already dipping like that?
Yeah, I know, bro. You guys are the fucking balls
Oh my
to actually
gosh.
do shit like that. But I mean, I guess we still see that Forks is still a dump of a place. There's no good weather, no rainy all the
God.
time.
No, it's like beautiful in person.
They went.
So
Because we
pretty.
went.
Yeah, they went. They took a trip to
Damn,
Florida.
We took
you know,
the
I'm
trip.
just getting shocked this whole episode right now. Like, I didn't. God damn.
We have been planning this since like when we first saw this when we were like little. We were like, oh,
We're gonna go.
we're gonna go like for the movie first, but then I
How
was
far
gonna.
is Forks from here?
It's in Seattle.
Seattle.
Oh, damn.
So we.
Y'all were committed.
They went to
Yeah,
Seattle.
we flew to Seattle, but Forks is like on the
5 hour flight?
border. Yeah, it was like we stopped once in Colorado. So we took off from San Antonio, stopped in Colorado, and then flew to Seattle. We got there around like 10 a.m. and then
It's
we.
like a 5-hour drive to down
It's-
to
yeah.
Forks
So
from the airport.
Seattle's like in the center, but Forks is like on the coast, if you want to say.
Oh,
So we
okay.
rented a car, and it was almost like 5 hours to get there.
That's crazy. The real question is, did you guys go cliff jumping?
No.
No.
See, God,
No.
man, how can you guys be called
I
Twilight?
could never.
Y'all
No.
never do that. Come on.
It was
We saw like where they shot shot some of the films from the
Yeah,
first
like
movie.
all the first movie, what you see in the first movie is what we saw. We have like pictures and everything, so pretty much everything in that movie is what we saw in real life, which is amazing.
Well, if it was me, I would have gone to Arizona.
To Arizona. Well, so our
That's
first flight was supposed to actually be where we took what's it called? A layover in Arizona. And I was like, oh my god, like perfect. We get to go to Arizona and then end up in Forks just like Bella, but we had to change the flights. So.
Hey, me and you should take a Forks trip, bro.
Low key, I mean, I guess. I mean,
we'll do the cliff jumping.
Cliff jumping, yeah, y'all can do the cliff jumping. Y'all are Team Jacob, so.
The perfect dive.
We need to perfect that
like honestly, though, I was there. I guess I just stay on that border part of where all the werewolves are at.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So, I guess after getting into that, I just want to say that before I was Team Jacob in the movie, I was completely shitting on his haircut. Like just not his haircut, but his hair.
Just his long hair. Yeah.
I couldn't focus. Like honestly, I didn't think that me and Brandon were actually gonna make it into the movie. Shout out Rafal. Bye Rafal. I'll see y'all later.
Oh, you're good.
No, you're good. Rafal's drunk right now, but
love that guy.
What was I going with this again?
Jacob, you hate his hair.
Jacob's hair.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So again, like me and Brandon definitely would not have made it through this whole movie. I didn't tell him like to chill out, like because we were just fucking like gassing on the whole
Geeking
thing.
on his whole fucking head.
Not just that, but also like, I guess.
Oh my god, that tension was goddamn.
No, it was so bad. Like his first entrance coming into like, but I had said that like, why wouldn't his first thing he told Bella was happy birthday? He just came in hard as a motherfucker and just. I forgot.
He pulled up to the school, like he doesn't even go there.
Exactly.
But he pulled up to say happy birthday.
This guy definitely does not go to school.
He doesn't.
But
you can tell he's trying hard from the minute that they meet in Twilight till like this moment that he's trying so hard.
He's been crushing on her for like a minute.
I think again, like the moment that he does like a complete like personality switch is whenever he gets the haircut. But also, spoiler alert, you haven't seen the fucking movie. It's been out for
weird as fuck. You haven't.
Which this was my first time watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, true, but
it was my first time watching it, so.
Like the moment he finally like turned into a werewolf, and I guess like writing purposes also, you could tell like Jacob's a little bit of I don't know, he's just a weirdo. And then once he finally turns into this shredded ass person, like he's just like, oh, the writing got better. You can feel the tension a little bit more. It's still a little cringe from times, but honestly, the flow of the Jacob and Bella relationship, in my opinion, went way better than it did in the first movie with Edward and Bella. I don't know. It really was more of a bond because. Also, I guess you can kind of compare it to like the vampire werewolf aspect where, vampires are supposed to be a little bit darker than most. So I guess it really, and he even said in the movie where Bella's dad, shout out Bella's dad, Bella's dad even said that like Jacob is making her feel a little bit, or she even said she makes her feel a little bit more alive. Yeah. I guess it's just more of just
Well, it's a friend bond, so that's the thing. Like even when you take away like the whole fantasy,
to say about that French shit.
Take away the whole fantasy of all this. When you think of it, like when you're just getting with someone, it still is like the kind of like awkward getting to know each other thing. But like Jacob and Bella have been friends since they were little, like diapers basically.
That's why it should have been him.
No, for sure.
No, no.
Exactly why.
That's where I stop you right there.
I was sick and tired. I honestly wanted to drop out of the movie at a point where every single time Bella and Jacob tried to kiss.
Interrupted.
Something happened.
Interrupted, or they bailed out last second.
It was
hated
just so like.
Just give it to me.
Come on now. Like honestly, I feel like the movie would be more intense if they actually finally had something like that already. Like, god damn.
It would have been.
But I guess we'll never know. What did you say?
No,
Later.
no, nothing.
Are you spoiling the next movies?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I don't even want to see the next movie either, but I guess we're still gonna have to. But
why wouldn't you?
Towards the one point where I guess they're celebrating Bella's birthday inside the Cullens' house. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I thought that scene was kind of rushed of how like everything just happened all of a sudden, like Jasper losing his shit.
That was weird.
No, like you saw like I don't know if it's different in the books. Again, I've only read the first book, but I'm like. Looking at it, it was just like, oh, Bella got caught. Jasper lost his shit for like a second, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, why did he lose his mind?
The blood.
No, I know, but like he's been around her bleeding before.
No, he's supposed to be like the newest vampire to the group. So he's kind of like the baby, and like in the books they talk about how hard it is, even like at school, for him to like control himself, which is why he always looks so like constipated.
Yes, that's why I look so constipated all the time.
So when like he finally gets like actual blood in the air, it's like a shark,
and it's like right there.
Yeah.
And the whole thing
Edward
is,
can read his mind.
No, I mean, like y'all explaining
I get
it,
that.
it makes sense. But,
right?
like, just watching it, it didn't like
randomly
flow right.
happen.
Again, like if we're looking at it, I'm a big like looking at the cinema of it that kind of guy, and to me, it just didn't flow well.
Yeah.
And then after that, of course, just kicking everyone out, and even the part where Edward says he's leaving, it just felt kind of just.
It was weird.
It just didn't feel right throughout the whole time either. I guess that kind of bugged me. The scene where they're talking about it though, that's what I was talking about, feeling more of the passion between them in that movie. Like, oh, Bella's actually really into this guy now that I didn't get from the first movie. Edward's just basically like just dogging on her, saying like, "Nah, I can't do this, my guy." Like,
he hated her. So there's Midnight Sun, which is the first book, but in Edward's point of view. So all the books are in Bella's point of view. There's Midnight Sun, which came out in August of 2020, I believe, which started again the whole Twilight Renaissance that began during quarantine. It's
that was a thing.
Yes.
I guess I was off.
So Midnight Sun is in Edward's point of view for just the first book, and there you can really understand, quote unquote, understand how much he just hated her.
Like actually hated her.
Hated
her.
Completely.
Well, like the first movie or
in the first movie?
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
No, in the first movie, because it just gives you an idea of like, oh, like he wanted nothing to do with her, but then he like then fell, and that's how like I guess you can see the more passion than in this one, because they've been together for at least like maybe 6 months or more.
Yeah, makes a little bit sense. But I mean, I don't know. I felt like it would have been okay just to see it from just like Bella's perspective the whole time. I get it, like they do shit like that to kind of understand it a little bit more. But
I guess you really need the book. Like, you need to read it.
Yeah.
I know they're so fucking long, man.
They're so good.
Like the Twilight one, I read it and I was like, damn, that was really great.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I was like, man, I can't do it for like a whole fucking series. I'm not gonna lie, the only series I've ever actually read all the way was Harry Potter and like Percy Jackson.
Amazing. Yes. Oh my god.
Again, like I guess you can kind of. I guess this is like mythology, not even mythology type shit. Or
it's fantasy.
Yeah, okay, fantasy type stuff. I mean, again, that stuff made it more appealing than kind of this. And also, I hadn't even brought it up while we were watching the movie that I think I would be a little bit more into the whole lore of it if the way I was growing up with vampires. I even said this in the last episode that we talked about Twilight. That breaking a lot of rules here that they don't even like.
That guy was in a picture, bro.
That guy was in a picture.
He should not be in a picture.
Brandon was like, "Hey, he shows some pictures, right?"
Like,
and
even
I was like, nah.
The first movie, of course, you like. I don't understand why they have to make like vampires like shine in like the sun instead of just burn up.
Doesn't he mention that in the book where she's like, she asks him like.
Yeah, because she's used to the traditional vampire ways as well, and she's like, "Why
garlic?" And he's like, "No."
No. Doesn't faze me.
So, and then the
holy water, does that work in this universe?
No.
Basically fire or just dismemberment. Like that's it.
That's all you can do. You can just rip him to shreds and put him in the fire, and that's it.
I guess it does make it a little bit more difficult. Just looking at it from my view now, it kind of makes it easier to kill vampires if they were real, but.
Like, still
and this is like supposed to be like a YA book, like a young adult. Like you don't want to like kill off like a handsome vampire so that quickly. So the writer Stephanie.
That'd be so fucking hilarious.
Right? First book done.
Edward, yeah. No, that would have been good.
No.
But
still Team Jacob.
Still Team Jacob. But even at that, also I think the one thing that really was bugging me was whenever he comes into the house, also uninvited, he just pops in through the window, bro.
Yeah, you said. He didn't invite me through the door, but I came in through the window. Like, bro,
that's so
should not be in that
up,
house,
bro. Hell no. Shout out Vampire Diaries. They did it right. They did everything about that. Well, no, I actually have something to say about that show either, but we'll talk about it if we ever even get. I hope we don't get to that.
That's too long for y'all to do, honestly. That's too much.
Stupid. But what I actually liked about the movie again, I know there's big things that you kind of compare about that's different from what's really. From y'all, like, what's really different between the books, the New Moon book and the movie? Like, what's something that they left out, something that should have been a little bit different, something that they really, like, played out well,
I feel like in the book, like you were saying, it was rushed in the movie. I feel like they had a lot more time to discuss like kind of why, or there was more lead up, I guess, to why he left, and it was because he felt like he was putting her in danger and he loved her, whatever. So he was leaving, and I feel like in the movie it was kind of just like,
you almost want to hate Edward in this movie, because if you didn't read the book, then you don't understand the magnitude of like how much that hurt him and like why he was doing it really.
Yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. Also, I mean, is the book just basically like, is it still a Jacob book also?
Yeah.
See, that's amazing. I don't know what it was. It was just like, this movie really caught me with that. Like, it was, they really nailed the aspect about it better. I don't know, maybe it's because like the first movie, there was like so much to kind of just like comprehend of like what's going on. I get it. It's supposed to like, you're supposed to mainly focus on like the romance of it, or but like also like a whole bunch of other vampires. I mean, they hint at wolves like here and there, especially in like the last scene of the movie. But like on this, they're really like focus individually on the other werewolves in it. I mean, they just mentioned Sam just being like he's like the leader.
He's the leader, yeah.
But also like it just focuses on, you know, Jacob and him just being the werewolf, and I really like that because I feel like in the first one they talked about Edward, and then they talked about the rest of his other family and all this other stuff and what they can do and all this whatever. And werewolves, I mean, to me, it doesn't even seem like they're really that complicated. They're just wolves and
literally just
giant ass like fuckers.
Well, what's funny what y'all kept saying, and I told Caitlin like, oh, like we'll explain it. Y'all were like, doesn't like, where's a shirt? Like just walks around without a shirt.
Yeah.
So the whole basis of that is because in the book, when they turn, it's really fast. Like as they do it pretty well in the movie, I think, from reading the book and seeing
the
it.
CGI is great in this movie.
It takes up. It's really well.
Yeah.
So what happens is when they turn, all their clothes kind of rips off. So what they do is that they constantly keep like a pack, like tied to their ankles in the books. So their clothes is right
like,
there.
Get undressed and like throw them in the
So it's easier to just not wear a shirt as a dude turning into a wolf, because then all you have to worry about is like,
how many jean shorts does Jacob have?
some Jordans.
Just cargo shorts the whole time.
No, I mean like, oh my god, bro! I didn't even think about it. He fucking tore up the Nikes too. How many Nikes does he have? Like, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. No, but I think it's just so stupid. It's just like, they're just posted up like that now. Like, I mean, they just walk around shirt.
Town, no
That's
shirt.
how it is, because it's meant to be like when you turn to a wolf, like full testosterone. That's why they like heat up, and that they're so like
That makes sense.
warm all the time.
they're like really,
I
they're
did
really
like
warm.
that, how he was steaming in the rain. That was
You
really
caught that,
cool.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
I
really
like,
cool.
Damn, that was looking really weird.
That was a cool little effect.
Yeah,
It
so
made-
it's meant to be like that.
It made sense.
And their hormones just go like crazy, like testosterone, especially when the vampire comes to town, it sets in the whole fever and everything. So they're meant to kind of be posted like that all the time as wolves.
But like, no one in the town thinks it's weird that there's these 5 guys are just
No, because it's
constantly
know.
shirtless.
So it's based
In
off
the
of
book,
legend.
they're a lot more like they go into more depth in the fact. But do
Okay.
they ever mention like the other people just like not caring?
No, like because like that's when Charlie the whole time is like hunting Jacob, because they think like
Shout out Charlie.
because they're like, oh, we're noticing like these giant wolves or giant bears, whatever they are. So they're like, well, let's try and hunt them and everything. So no one really knows, but there is still the aspect of like there was legends in Forks. So they know the legends, but they don't know that it's like real. Like people like in the high school aren't like, oh yeah, wolves run this town or whatever.
Or there's vampires.
Or they're vampires, yeah.
And this group of kids is oddly pale over here.
Yeah, like just really, really whited off. That's crazy.
I did like how they didn't have Bella being so pale in this movie. She had a little bit more of a tan. She looked better.
You better.
Could we
not better in
address?
this movie.
Of course, you can kind of tell like that. Of course, that.
Brandon,
Oh,
how about
shit.
we address something about Bella this time around?
I guess I forgot. I do have to make an apology. In the first video, I spat on Alyssa's name here.
Yeah.
I thought she said Kristen Stewart was a bad casting and
Damn, I have to remember
acting
that.
for this movie. I was horribly wrong. Apparently, she was perfect.
That
the
night
role.
when you told me, I was like, Brandon, I never said that.
Yeah,
you used my new name in vain.
That's what I thought. So this is my apology segment of the video. I'm sorry for that one.
We don't usually do apologies.
We don't do apologies here.
Nah, I was like, this has to be addressed.
But
Can't be
I fucked up
This is
on
on
that one.
Brandon's
That's
behalf
on
again. I
that's
didn't
on
say
me.
anything about it.
That's
This is
on
on
me.
his fault.
That's on
Just
me.
because speaking of Bella, how like they look better, it's because Kristen Stewart actually was played perfectly as her. If you read the book and then you watch the movie, she got a lot of like hate for it back then.
She's supposed to be a cringy high schooler. Does she not portray a cringy high
That's
schooler?
The whole
exactly what
movie,
I said.
yeah.
But I didn't know she was supposed to be like that, so I.
The thing that I like about this movie, especially with Bella, is that it's sad because it's in the extended scenes mainly, because we watched the extended version again, is that Bella has such an attitude in the books. Like, she has a lot of sass to her. Like, she's very awkward, cringy, but she has that, like, you know, teen girl sass.
Oh, okay.
So in this film, there was moments where she was like, oh, like, I don't think you're familiar with the word friend, you know, towards, like, Edward and everything. So, like, it has that sass to her, which is not at all in, like, some of the rest of the movies, but, of course, it's in the extended versions.
She definitely did look a little bit better this time. I mean,
saying.
again, I was
This is my favorite Bella. She looks so good in this
She
movie.
did.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, yeah.
Hey,
He's
but,
like, yeah.
Edward still looked pale as hell. But
I mean, like, he looked a little bit better.
he looked like
They took the blue tint away.
It's
That's
the blue
why.
tint,
It's the blue
that's
tint,
exactly
yeah.
what it was.
Twilight
You
has
can
that
definitely
blue
tell. I
tint.
mean,
Big
of course,
old
like,
problem,
I mean,
yeah.
how long was the first one to this one again? So this was in 2009.
9.
The last one
It's
was
only a year. They were all made
2008.
like a year apart.
really so 2008.
All of
It's
them
a-
came out in November.
That's so crazy though, because I mean, like, you definitely tell that definitely looked. Oh, yo, put the mic back on.
Oh my
What
God.
the fuck you doing?
Now we're back.
Now we
Okay.
chilling. But like, you can definitely tell that Robert Pattinson did look a little bit younger in the other one, but like you can kind of see like a good like switch of maturity in
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson in this
Yeah.
one.
He could kind of control himself. A little
Bruh.
bit. We got the DVD
Yeah,
on
the
deck
DVD
here.
out
here.
Also, I just want to say, I mean, I know they called me out on it like, watching the movie. But shout out to his jawline. That's crazy.
Jawline don't.
Jawline go
It don't
crazy,
miss.
right?
He had I think he had a better jawline than
shit can
Jacob.
cut
That's the only time that I'm
glass.
gonna give
This is
that
the
to.
deluxe edition.
Well, we got the extended.
What's in the deluxe?
Deluxe. So every single deluxe or exclusive, you would also go to the midnight release of these at like Target, or this one specifically, I went to Blockbuster to buy when Blockbuster was
Rest
still
in
around.
peace.
Rest in peace,
Rest in peace,
Blockbuster.
Hey, bring Blockbuster back.
Yeah.
I,
Bring it
saw,
back,
I,
please.
I saw one in Arizona. There's one out there still.
Like one still
There
Yeah,
is
like,
one
it's still
lone
running.
one, yeah.
So you would buy them ahead of time, like your ticket, which is basically your ticket to then get it. You were paying for it. So all the exclusive ones had something different in them. So this one specifically, I like. It comes with a piece of like the film, so you can see like the scene in there.
What scene is it? It better be like Bella pulling away from Jacob,
can't
not
even
getting
tell.
kissed.
It's in the
definitely
motorcycle.
Edward.
Is it?
Oh,
It's when she sees the first like apparition of him, before she gets on the motorcycle.
Oh, this is actually pretty dope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see,
And
I see it now.
It explains it on the back, like number whatever out of whatever.
Oh, okay.
See, now I actually wanted to bring up those scenes. Those scenes were actually pretty good too.
The
I
apparition
like
of him?
the whole like fade away of everything and how she
Yeah.
like he's playing in, like in Bella's head and she's like.
No,
I mean,
was
you kinda
she
still-
was she just imagining that, or was he actually like projecting
No,
himself?
No,
there?
imagining.
Oh,
She was
So
that
she was
heartbroken.
really
She was
fucked in the
just
head,
thinking
bro.
about
Yeah,
it.
she was going through it. So
Damn.
That's why she was like doing more and more crazy things, because the only thing that would
Hoping
bring
he
him
would-
back was like the adrenaline. It was like
Yeah.
her inner Edward telling her to like knock it off.
Yeah.
basically.
chill.
Man, I
That
still
makes-
just
yeah.
kind of just don't get it. I mean, the dude fucking left, and you should have just been with Jacob, man. I mean, Jacob was so.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Jacob
See,
was so slick throughout the whole movie. All his
He told her
lines
to
were
leave
really,
too, though.
were really.
Yeah, he had some really
He was like,
messed
"Get
up
out of here."
moments in there.
I didn't catch him. I didn't catch anything.
'Cause he
Maybe
was too
like
good.
maybe like towards the end where like they were like. I mean, of course, spoiler alert again. I mean, we do find out that later on Bella does become like a vampire according to Alice, but he even says that
We'll get there.
what was it? What does he say? He tells Bella that she's not gonna let him. That was the only time I kind of thought like you're making decisions for like yourself
Exactly,
and all this
that's
stuff.
the big
That's the
red flag.
only time. Like the whole time was like he was like Bella.
That's the one.
Bella, please, like, don't do this. Like, he's begging. Like, he knows that, like, this isn't good. And even Alice at one point says, like, you know what? This actually might be,
He's
like...
kind of right, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Fucking, like, God, Jacob knows what he was doing throughout this whole time.
I'm saying that 108 degrees line or whatever the fuck he said.
No, that was the smoothest
That
thing
was-
I've ever heard of
That
myself.
That was so good. I'm writing that one down.
Well, because
No. So Edward left because he would rather
Yeah, fuck that guy.
because he would rather see Bella
Fuck
live
that
happily
ass motherfucker.
than him being there causing her pain.
like to hurt her.
To her.
Jacob's just there.
But like,
He's just easy access there.
what was Edward doing there though? How was he hurting her?
Because he's a vampire and he
His
has
brother
his
almost
brother
killed her.
almost killed her by a
Oh,
simple
okay.
paper cut. So
Oh,
he's
fair enough, fair
he's
enough.
putting her first, saying like I would rather I leave even though it hurts you. I would rather like you live a happy life with anyone else but me. He is a depressed little in the book he's so depressed. So like it just makes sense.
emo
You
kid.
can see
He
it
is
in
the
him.
emo kid, yeah.
You can see it in him in this
So he
movie.
would rather be gone and see her happy with someone else, no matter who it is.
But even like she was calling Jacob in the movie, and he was like not answering, like I wanna whatever. And then she comes to talk to him, and he's like, get away.
Get away.
Like, leave.
We can't be friends anymore.
I mean,
That's
he
fair.
explains it like that's the way that, you know, kind of like right,
Per
he promised
pack-
to
per
protect
pack
her, right?
rules,
Or
yeah.
like, yeah, so it's just like,
Which he did.
come on now, give Jacob a break. He didn't know wrong. I'm telling you, like,
I'm
I
telling
keep
you,
on,
dude.
like, again, I keep on playing, like, the movie over and over in my head, and, like, I can't, like, Jacob's perfect.
He did nothing
No,
wrong.
no,
What I'm saying.
hold
No.
on, wait,
What I'm
wait,
saying,
wait.
he did nothing
No.
wrong. Post haircut.
Post haircut.
Post haircut. He's
I'm
perfect.
I'm telling you, long hair was definitely not the move. You could definitely tell that, like, I was looking at it, I was like, damn, that's, like, the worst wig I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
Like, that would be kind
They
of
were
crazy
really bad
if,
wigs.
if he
God
actually,
awful.
like, grew that out. Like, I don't think Taylor Lautner would be like that. And we also, like, again, so that movie from Twilight is a year apart, but also you even said that
So that's only 4 years from Shark Boy and Lava.
Shark Boy and Love,
Lava-
yes.
4
dude,
years.
that-
And he
crazy.
turned into
Yeah,
that.
a lot can happen in 4 years. That's what
That's
I'm
true.
saying. That's
I guess,
crazy.
yeah.
I watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl the other night recently, just like randomly,
He's
and I was
just
like,
so-
how is that
he's
him
such a
like
kid,
3 years
yeah, he's
before or something?
Such
You,
a
kinda, you
kid.
can still kind of see it though. The only part that I just didn't really like, I guess, acting wise from Jacob is that part whenever they're in the rain, and that was honestly just shit, like acting right there. Like I didn't feel
When
anything.
after he turned,
Yeah, especially like his whole face, just like, you know,
Yeah.
no, go away, Bill. Like it's just like it was so dumb. The little fight with the wolves, that was pretty cool. Where he just like jumps up. The whole time I was thinking about the whole transformation into that scene, I was just thinking about
Hulk.
yeah, but
Think about Hulk.
Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk, because that was during that
You
time
can
too.
tell that, yeah.
So like I guess like CGI maxes, you kind of tell like the transition of all the technology that it was back then. So I'm just obsessed with like the way that the movies run in general. Yeah, I mean, solid Jacob movie. I guess we kind of get back into the point where Edward comes back into the picture again. Honestly, like watching it, I totally forgot about Edward. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah, he's like not in it. So
And-
when I watch it, like even to this day, like I even told Caitlin we're watching it, I kind of like get lost half the time. Like when it's Jacob's part of the movies, I'm just like watching it, you know, zoned out. And then
Jesus Christ.
the minute that I know that Alice is about to come back, that's my turn towards Caitlin. I was like, here we go, it's about to get good again. Like I like paid attention more, yeah. Because
Alice
like,
coming back was the best
I
part
mean,
of the movie.
but, like,
yeah.
so you guys weren't even like phased that like, I mean, you could honestly see again, dude, if any of my guy friends are listening to this, I do not mention like the physique of
Nah, bro, we
of,
heard
like-
you on
No,
episode
you say
10.
it out
We
loud,
heard you on
bro.
episode 10, bro. Don't even
episode 2, we
hide
don't
me.
talk about that.
Don't even
But
hide.
like, I mean, just looking at Edward's physique and Jacob's physique, don't you guys just like kind of get like a little bit of the again, not me, I'm
How
talking
does
about
Jacob-
girls,
how does
like a
Jacob
little
not
bit
win
of
that?
like the hots for him. Like, do you not like?
No, because
I can see
That's
the
racist.
appeal.
No,
Wait a minute.
we don't
hold
condone
on.
racism here. I'm kidding. It's all
What are you
jokes. It's
saying?
all
I
jokes.
can see the appeal. However, Edward.
Edward.
Like
Hey, does Edward have
He's
a?
got that line, that hairline that goes right down.
No, he has the fucking
And he's got
hair
the nipple. Okay,
Like,
and he's got
that's the thing. If you guys need to really look at
So
this
here
movie
it
close,
is.
We need
Do
to
you
talk about
want-
that left nipple.
God.
we can talk a
wonky.
whole segment about that left nipple.
It is wonky.
I guess we're
Wait for
being
that.
interrupted right now.
Gotta
Oh
fix
yeah,
that
that's
introduction. I would say because, I mean, I think Edward set the bar for me as like type-wise. I don't get the whole jacked dude like.
He wasn't even that jacked. He was pretty
No, but
leaned
you
out.
could tell
but
he
I
was
mean,
like walking like
yeah.
I'm like
He
huge.
was walking like he was, like,
exactly.
he definitely did have a
Yeah.
different that first scene. What I did have noticed again, I catch things like this. Dude, no, okay. Like the first scene whenever Bella like hits her head, she's a dumbass for that too. For riding on
In
that
the
bike.
ocean?
No, the
Oh, the
bike.
bike.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a complete idiot. Like literally, like if you start hallucinating on like a bike, just like in a regular person's view, you need to stop like right away. Like what's wrong with you? She's like, like all freaking out. That was such a stupid scene. But hey, the way that Jacob whipped that bike though.
The way he dismounted off that
That shit
turn,
was
that's what I'm
good.
saying. It was
Fuck.
good. It was
But then he
good.
pulls off a shirt, but like again, the little things you can definitely tell that he wasn't as physique there yet. And
Yeah.
then I guess which kind of makes me think like how
That's
long.
probably why they had him in the big old shirts the whole time. Was they were
Yeah.
hiding it.
So that makes me think like when did they start like filming that scene to the point where like he got a little bit more muscle for the
No, he
rest
probably
of the
had
movie?
it the whole time.
Yeah, he had it the whole
It
time,
was
but they were just
he was
hiding
wearing
it really
long
well.
sleeve shirts and stuff. Yeah.
And they were
They probably
training
padded
this,
it
the
up,
whole time they
too.
were filming. They were also working out like day and night on set.
See that's what's up.
They were getting those pumps in it right
That's,
before the scene.
that's where the grind is
That's
at right
respect.
there.
yeah.
That's why.
But all those scenes, like when Edward walks in, like, when you were laughing in the first, when he parks his, like, car and everything, he's walking towards Bella at school and everything, or, like, when Jacob takes off his shirt, like, so unnecessary. Let's start with that. That scene was unnecessary where he had to, like, take off his shirt.
It's a rapper thing.
Yeah.
He could have just...
But it's because they were totally geared towards us watching it, like, that young adult, even us being, like, middle schoolers.
Were there any girls that, like, I mean, not just in San Antonio, but in the world in general, when watching this movie, did they ever faint at any point?
Oh,
I'm sure.
No, like, that's crazy.
Sure.
No, see, that's stupid,
I'm
too.
sure,
Like,
yeah.
screaming and yelling.
When you went to the midnight premieres for these movies, there was everyone, like, when Edward come on screen,
The
the Twi moms were
moms.
insane.
Please don't say that.
I've
Please
heard
don't
enough.
say Twi.
So
That's not a thing.
At the theaters,
Google it.
yeah, honestly, at the theaters, everyone would go crazy for those specific scenes because they knew what they were doing. Like, when Jacob would come on scene, all Team Jacob would be like, woo, like screaming and clapping and everything. Same with Edward. So
A group of adults who have children and are married, who are overly obsessed fans of overrated Twilight book series. They usually spend their time neglecting their children, forgetting to feed them, and also ruining the dazzle of another, more superior community of fans who go by the name of Twilighters.
Y'all should see this example. Y'all should see this example. Read that example, bro.
Hey, that kid looks pretty down, underfed, and neglected. Oh, his mom must be a Twi mom.
Underfed and neglected.
I don't think my mom was like that. You know what? To come think about it, I was starving for a couple of days.
she was too busy.
No,
she knew what was up now.
That's crazy. I felt bad for the men out there that had to go with their wives to go see movies. I know for a fact they were hating their.
I have to say,
lives.
like, when I was there, I don't remember seeing a lot of men. There obviously was. There completely was, but from what I remember, I don't.
Saw a lot of people our age and a lot of, like, moms with, like, the shirts.
The older, like, 30 and up type of moms out there.
I guess I kind of, like, blanked that whole, like, era, like, out of my mind. I guess I just didn't want to. Again, like, I watched the movies, but I just, I guess, I said it last episode whenever we talked about it. I get it. I get the lore. I get, like, exactly what's going on. Yeah. Now as, like, an adult, because as a kid, I mean, you're just kind of like, oh, like, this is so stupid. It's all these girls, like, shit and bull crap or whatever and all that. But, like, looking at it now, I'm just like, low-key, if I was this age when these movies came out, I think I'd just be like, okay, like
that's cool.
Yeah, these are some cool-ass movies, I guess.
I was saying, like, to Brandon, too, when he said that he was getting ready to do this, I was like, we know it's not, like, top tier. We know now being older, this is ridiculous.
Sonic is definitely better than this. I'm not gonna lie.
We know that this is, like, ridiculous, like...
Check out that episode.
Hot take. Oh my God. Hot take.
Getting to the point where I guess they finally leave Forks and they finally go after Edward. I guess, like, that whole little scene where...
They go to Italy.
Yeah.
Italy?
No,
Italy?
Isn't it?
Italy?
Is it Brazil?
Italy.
It was in Italy.
So, Edward was hiding in Brazil.
Okay.
Which, mind you, that people was like, oh, he was hiding in his own, like, Airbnb type style. No, he was hiding in the basement of some family's house in Brazil.
Like, literally.
Do they say that in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They explain it, but when they go to Italy...
And the basement has their own phone?
Like a burn phone. Like a burn phone.
We just found a phone.
But no, so he was staying so we want another Midnight Sun, but for New Moon perspective, because the whole fan base is like, what was he doing that whole time? What was he thinking? So we don't know. But I think it's said that, like, he jumped around a lot, but Brazil at that one point, he was in Brazil before he went to Italy to go to the Volturi.
Italy. I like how she has to, like, not mess up about it.
Not mess it up.
Italy.
No, that scene was really... I actually liked that scene because he didn't really know he really thought that Bella was dead, so he was getting more heartbroken to the point where he wanted to just fucking kill himself and all that stuff.
Because that's the whole basis of, like, he would rather be away but she be alive, but then the minute that he knows, like, oh, she's dead, then why am I here?
If he really wanted to kill himself, couldn't he have just, like, actually... done it,
ripped off his own head.
I mean, not even that. Like, can he just burn himself if he really wanted to?
No, because you have to rip the pieces because they fuse together.
I think the head has to be detached and then you have to burn it.
So you have to rip them limb from limb before you put them in the fire, because if you don't, then they can fuse back together.
Because he talks about in the beginning. Remember, he was like poison, a dagger to the
Did
heart.
Did we miss this part?
It's in the book.
I remember
it's in the book.
I mean, I didn't hear about the whole fusing part. I knew he had to be dismembered.
Dagger to the heart.
No,
that's another episode.
We used to do that.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, how do they not die with the stake to the heart? That's another bullshit.
See, I didn't
They're
even think about that
marble.
either.
Wood.
They're hard. They're hard. They're marble.
Hey,
You
yo,
can't-
hold on. Wait, what?
Edward
They're
is
hard.
what? Edward is what?
What do you mean by that?
They're rock hard, right?
I've heard enough.
I mean,
Talking about that one scene too, and whenever bring it back to whenever they're in the woods and they're talking about it, we actually cracked up a bit.
I don't want you to come.
I stop.
She said, I'm coming.
I'm
That's
coming.
what she said.
I don't know.
No.
The whole like the Facebook group that we follow, which there's a Facebook group out there that like makes all these memes for everything.
Please,
That's great.
please don't hit us up after this episode. If you guys actually ever see it, if
That
this
is-
gets out, like,
That is a great meme that everyone talks about that scene. We all make jokes about it now being adults. Like that's hilarious. Like
It is funny. It's
Yeah,
really
it
funny.
is.
bro, they caught
Why
me
did she
like
say
they caught
that?
me off
Yeah, why
guard,
did
like
she
big
say
I was
time.
waiting for y'all to hear that. I was like,
like low key, like I was just like, man, that must just be like the inner kid inside me. But like at the same time, it's just the way they were saying it.
Yeah,
I guess like
the context, like she did not have to say that.
Yeah.
She did
At
not
the
have
time, I had no clue. Like watching that, like when
Yeah, as a
10
kid, you're
years
like-
old.
no, I bet like whenever that happened, you're just like,
I
like
agree.
I'm,
I
You
was
should
bawling.
go.
No,
I
I
was
mean-
bawling during
no,
that
no,
part.
like,
as
like,
a
I'm pretty
10-year-old.
sure like little girls and like whatever watching the movie,
Right.
they were just like, she was like, I'm coming. She's like, yes, come. I was like, I bet you're just like, yes, go with.
What has this podcast turned into?
I'm telling you, bro, this is what happens when we talk about fucking. Hey, you wanted to make it a romantic podcast about a romantic
This is-
movie,
you
right? So
are
I guess
all-
you're getting all that. I mean, this is
You
a
are
50 Shades
sipping
of
over
Grey.
there,
We're not
so-
doing
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey either.
And you were too, Brandon. You said Jacob. Oh,
What about him?
what about?
Your man over there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And Jasper, you're talking about Jasper too.
No, we were talking
No,
about
we
Jasper
said-
because he's
Oh,
a
no.
fuck. He's a
'Cause he's
fuck.
a-
He's
No,
the weirdest person that I've ever seen in the movie. We were talking about Jasper though. He actually was side note.
Sokka
Sokka in the Last Airbender. I was trying to figure out where the
Really?
fuck have I seen him
in the
before.
live action.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's
Wow.
from that shitty ass movie. He actually, that guy has never been in other like good movie. I mean,
You know from Houston?
he's from Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely gonna
Makes
come and
sense.
kick my ass then after saying this. That's
He's
crazy.
from
like,
Houston,
wait a minute.
yeah.
He's like, what do you mean?
Oh,
by
and
that?
one thing, y'all like were confused about when Bella was like, "Oh, hey, Jasper, know about the mood control thing."
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't know that
Whole
was his
gap.
power.
No, because they never say it in the
the
movie.
first one.
Well, okay, so
They
I
don't
have a
ever
list
acknowledge
here.
Okay, you came prepared.
I took notes when I watched y'all's episode. I was like, these are like mini notes. But one of the things, because I think y'all were talking about, y'all,
I
This is
really was
amazing.
gonna write notes for this episode, but I was like, I know that for a fact.
No.
This is
that's
amazing. Yeah.
because I think y'all mentioned about like the powers, like Alice's powers and everything
Yeah,
like
I
that.
said I don't think they mentioned anyone.
Yeah,
else,
so
other
Jasper,
than-
his is mood control. He can
So what is
control,
that?
so he can control the mood in a room.
That's what he was. If you notice when Bella or Alice was asking her to have the party,
Like
Yeah.
really
and
driven.
he was like smirking creepily in the back, is because he was making her mood more like agreeable.
appealing, like, okay, yeah, I'll go
Oh,
to
I'm
the party.
happier, and that's why she said not fair with the
Oh.
mood control thing.
Because he can change the
Oh.
mood
He
of
was-
I guess
someone.
I must have flacked out on that part. That's crazy.
Manipulating her.
I mean,
and
I didn't
Yeah.
hear her say that. I didn't know why.
And then the other powers are kind of stupid.
No, I mean, I want to
Like,
hear that. I want to know
but
about
there's-
you.
So Emmett, Himbo King.
It's strength.
Star
It's
Killer.
straight.
Well, yeah, I could definitely.
Okay,
call
Okay, yeah,
that
that's,
right.
what, that's what we said.
Okay, we
yeah.
even said that.
I
He
think we
might have-
said that.
I think he just got a little toned out for this one a little bit more. He said that he,
He
looked a
definitely-
little
Wait
bit
till the
slim.
rest because he's like full on blown himbo.
That's crazy.
status.
Like,
Like-
I mean,
That's
if
all
his
I wanna
powers are
see,
strength,
yeah.
let's fucking do this.
It makes sense. I want to see his strength though. He hasn't done shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he hasn't really. The only
He
thing I've
will.
seen him is posted up in fucking jeeps every time that he fucking comes in.
At
with
the
it.
top of
No,
the
that
Jeep,
shit's
first
so
one.
fucking hilarious. Like like honestly, like again, I think it goes for me. It goes Charlie, Carlisle, Emmett. I really like Emmett. Emmett's like funny,
yeah.
even though he doesn't even like come
Emmett's
in.
hilarious. Like in the book too, he's like the greatest brother ever.
Comic relief.
Okay.
He's a comic relief. Rosalie, beauty.
Beauty.
For real?
Yes.
It's like
Nah, Alice took
otherworldly.
that. Nah,
Otherworldly
Alice took
beauty.
that.
It's just like otherworldly.
Nah, I get
beauty
it.
and,
Like, I mean, she's attractive. I'm
Yeah.
not like gonna deny.
Esme is just her love, her motherly love. That's
Oh,
her power.
That's sweet as fuck.
Stand that
I like
motherly
that.
love.
I like that.
Carlisle is his ability to care, so like that's why he's a doctor. He's been a doctor for so long, so just
I guess
to
you
care
can
for
kind of see
others.
that father bond in general.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
actually I wanted to bring that up, especially he even showed it in a little bit in the last movie, a little bit more in this movie, kind of like towards the end of just like, whenever they have that voting scene where Bella's like telling them like, hey, like, are we gonna like vote for me to be a vampire and all this other crap or whatever? But like he even shows that like, I mean if Bella becoming a vampire means I don't lose Edward, I mean then I'm definitely gonna vote yes because I care about my son and all this other
Yeah.
crap. And
That was-
that's what I really like about that. Again, I think I love the father aspect in the movie because Carlisle nails it and definitely Charlie nails
Charlie's
it.
amazing.
He's
yeah.
the best dad I've ever seen. Man, I wish I had a dad. But
Damn.
Exclude that out.
That took a
Oh my god.
Shout out the dads out there. But I
have
mean,
a theory, but I don't want to like about that whole thing. Like
about
team,
what?
Team Charlie versus Team Carlisle, about like how people. So like.
I would like to hear it. Yeah, go for it.
Let's
It
hear
doesn't
it.
offend someone, I hope.
No.
But so my theory is, if you're Team Carlisle, like me, I'm like, okay, yeah, like Team Carlisle dad, but Team Charlie tends to have a trend of people being like that fatherly love.
That they're missing.
That they're missing, yeah. A little bit of daddy issues, and they're like, Charlie.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Charlie is just that dad, though.
But he's amazing.
He
He
is
really
that
is
dad.
up there at being like top tier with Bella.
It's gonna really make me think about the future movies whenever we watch this. Just the whole
future
Charlie.
movies.
Okay, every time that Charlie comes on, I'm just gonna not watch it just so I don't get emotional about it. But it's
God damn.
But Bella puts him through the ringer.
no,
every
no,
single
no.
time.
Everyone is
but
putting
he is there
Oh my
though. He is
God.
fucking doing his thing, bro. Like he's like Bella's screaming like a fucking brat every single time she's having a fucking. We don't even see what the nightmares are about.
That's
either.
what I'm saying.
But then he's always there. She's like, oh, here we go again. Like I mean, like dude, that's a dad right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, he gives some good advice in that too. Like even like that one scene where like Bella keeps on being moody and she's going to school and all this stuff. And I like the scene where like he pushes the door and she's like, all right, enough with the bullshit. Like come on now,
Yeah.
like get your shit together or you're gonna go back to Jacksonville. That shit. I was like, damn, that was some good.
Yeah.
That was good stuff right there.
And I think one of the things was that y'all don't really know about the whole why Renee is like a terrible mom. Bella's mom just straight up bad mom. Because I think it was one thing that Brandon had asked me like, oh, what's the point of like when she fell on the ice in the first movie?
Yeah.
Which is really stupid. Where she slips on the ice.
Remember we made fun? She's like walking out of the house and she slips.
oh
like,
yeah, she's
randomly.
a.
So
Apparently
the
there's a
whole
purpose.
context of that is because then she notices that Charlie is like, hey, I put like snow tires, ice tires on your car basically. In the book, she's almost brought to tears when that happens because Renee never took care of her.
She was the mom
care of
for
herself.
her mom.
Yeah.
She babied Renee, her mother.
So now Bella's like, I get to be the teen, the kid basically. I have a parent now that actually watches over me.
Yeah, I wish they would have put that a little bit more in the films.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
God, I
just
felt like
looks
I would have
random.
gotten kicked out of that. Again, that's an opportunity missed for a great cinematography in general. But I mean,
Just like a missed storyline that you could have known.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
man, as long as they keep trying the movies, I'm cool with it. Like it doesn't even matter.
I mean, Bella's a klutz in general.
No, she really
She
is.
tripped fell off the bike, tripped in the woods,
I wouldn't
and
even-
then fell asleep.
I wouldn't be
Cut her
surprised.
finger.
I wouldn't be
cut her
surprised at
finger.
what she does in the next movie. She's gonna end up doing something fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure she does. She's done everything. She's so many stupid things in these movies already that I've seen that like I would not be surprised if she just keeps on topping it, bro. Like chill out. We get it. You want to be a vampire so bad, but like tone it down a bit, bro. Like this fucking dude Edward again. I was Team Jacob, but at the same time, it didn't make me like hate Edward because Edward's a great boyfriend. Like, yeah, she really is. Like, again, you see that towards the end of the movie. Yeah, shout out Team Edward.
Let's go.
It's just Jacob's better for her, but
no, like
No. See, okay, but that's like the biggest. You're talking to like punch yourself if I do. That's
Maybe.
like the, that's the biggest like debate during that time was everyone was saying like, no, Jacob is so much better for Bella and everything. Like it just makes more sense. Like he's technically human for her, and like no, like
oh no,
no.
oh okay.
Okay.
I mean,
You need more context for you.
Yeah.
I think so.
First of all,
are we reading the books? No, we're not reading the books. We're definitely.
I got
I already
books
already
right
told
there.
them I was.
You were.
After I rewatch all of them,
I got
I'll
them
read the
right
books.
there in my room still.
That's
Just, like,
crazy. I'm not gonna see Brandon for a couple of days then.
I'm gonna be just holed up reading these goddamn books.
Hell no. What scene was it? I guess finally, whenever we get back to the whole kind of thing again, like whenever I was thinking about Twilight, I really never really thought about like the whole werewolf aspect. I just kind of thought about like the vampires in general. So I was kind of cool that they brought it back and we see the whole council group and all that stuff. That's actually, I thought that was really cool just putting that in the movie because we see it's in that whole. I guess where are they at again? They're Italy. We need to go to that place. That place actually looked good.
That place did look
That
cool, yeah.
festival looked fuckish as hell.
I want to go see the festival just to see the festival.
No, hell no. Dude.
I mean, I just
like,
wanted to see what it's like a bunch of people
I know, but
dressed
what
in
were they?
red.
What were they celebrating? Like that shit. Like they had like a whole like carrier and shit like that. Like I don't know what it was, but it looked weird. Everyone dressed in red. Honestly, I would freak out if I was around something like that. But Bella coming in clutch and saving Edward's scene. That's actually pretty cool.
I was like having so much anxiety as a kid watching that.
was like, run faster! She's moving so
What?
slow.
Shout out that slow
I
on
mean,
it.
she don't got that speed.
Exactly.
But she's like waiting and pausing and watching.
I hate it.
Yeah,
when
she was just watching him
Keep
walk out.
going.
Fair enough.
The what I also liked about Edward's, I guess again, like his makeup in this movie, you kind of see like the whole like shaded eye that you don't really see like in a whole bunch of it, especially him. I guess like you know, vampires can't really like age, of course. I mean, I sound stupid just saying that, but I guess like that was kind of
either.
That was, I mean, I know, but I mean, it shouldn't even affect.
It's just weird that they show it.
No, but I thought it was just more of just like the depression type thing. So like that was really cool. They showed like pretty good emotion in this.
See why he was Batman?
Yeah, see
Yeah.
why he
Emo
was
part?
Batman now.
A lot of Batman scenes in this goddamn
honestly,
movie,
like bro, like him walking into the shadows, him
Batman.
There's a
He said one line.
like one line that I was like, whoa, like that kind of
it
got me
was
like a little
when
bit
it was that
chills.
scene, yeah.
I was like, huh, okay, I didn't really think about it at that point. Again, back to the council scene. I like the three like main councilmen. I like that's a traditional vampire look, and that's what I thought was kind of cool. Again,
Volturi.
I get it that like
it's very old.
supposed to be like modern day type thing, like for all the other vampires, but like seeing that like it traces back way more and all that stuff, like
because Alice is honestly the whole like glue to this family living in this. The books take place in like 2005-ish.
Shout out Alice.
So Alice dresses all of them to keep up with the trends, to keep up with what they're supposed to look. However, though, like the Volturi, they're like council old. They stay looking very traditional because they don't take part in anything like that. Yeah,
They don't care.
they don't care about looking fitting in.
See, honestly, if Jacob had that hair and he was a vampire, then I wouldn't be tripping out about it.
It would have fit like Aro with the long hair, yeah.
And I guess the werewolves are supposed to be part of like their Native American type tribe, right?
Yeah, so there's actual like Native American reservations in Forks, so that part is very real, which Stephanie Meyer kind of like did that dirty to the Native Americans over there.
She kind of butchered their like literal legend and kind of butchered it and made it.
That's no, I'm just kidding.
But that is the basis of like that. It's true. Those legends pretty much do hold up even in like real life.
That's pretty dope.
That is pretty cool.
Shit, maybe you just didn't find the vampires. I'm pretty sure they're there somewhere.
Right?
Yeah,
we were looking.
We were looking.
Oh my god, no, that's crazy.
So in the woods like Bella looking for them.
So those councilmen, are they the first, or were there others before them?
They're the first.
I think they're supposed to be like the original.
The originals,
What about Dracula, man?
Like
Where's that guy?
Where's
at?
Probably like
Dracula?
the founders of it.
That is Dracula. What do you mean?
Well, to be honest, though, towards the end, there's going to be two, because you'll see a lot more covens, you'll see a lot more of the rest of the vampires in the world getting introduced. In the end, in like the last ones, there's two vampires that hold true to that traditional Dracula-looking and sounding vampires.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, well,
That's all I
I'll
wanna
be
see.
excited to
Wait
see
till
that.
the end.
So yeah.
Quick question. Do we ever find out the importance of Bella being immune to all of their...
Yes, absolutely, yes. You will
All
find
I
out.
needed to know.
Absolutely.
I think I kind of remember it.
All I
but,
care
like,
There's a little bit of a plot hole, though, because the fact that no one else can do powers on her except Jasper was able to change her mood in that one scene.
Oh dang! I didn't.
So
even
Jasper is fucking
There's
goated.
and
No, Jasper's
Jasper's
on
goated.
top.
Oh my
and Alice
god.
can see Bella's future, but no one else can touch Bella, which is
There's some theories out there. I don't remember them, but I'm sure there's some theories about like why certain, you know what I mean? Like,
But if you look at it,
But it's a plot hole.
It is. Okay.
But there's a lot of those. In
The whole
this.
Twilight series. Is
Series
just a plot
sucks.
hole. It just
Yeah.
fucking-
Giant
it's
plot hole.
complete-
Nah,
it's a
garbage.
complete- like honestly,
Garbage.
after y'all just saying that, never mind. Like
never
we're
mind.
done.
We're done after this.
Don't
one.
watch it.
Like, nah,
Don't
I
watch
don't
it.
watch it again. If you guys, who's the writer for these books?
Stephanie Meyer.
Damn, she knew that from the top. Stephanie Meyer.
Don't ever write a book again.
No.
Meyer, no, she's gonna write more. She's already getting ready to write.
I guess she
another
really
one.
saved everyone in quarantine,
this?
right?
She did, yeah, because it came out in August of 2020, and I was like at rotations and clinical rotations when
Wasn't
it
she
came out.
supposed to release it earlier, and then a piece of
Earlier.
it got leaked, and she was like, "Nah."
Like honestly, when these movies were still going, I think a piece of it did get leaked. Like she was writing for a really long time, so a piece of it got leaked. So then she went like,
She said, "I'm not gonna release it anymore."
Yeah.
And then like randomly during quarantine, she's like, "I guess I'll
Here it
have
is.
mercy."
And it was crazy because then even on like TikTok, it's when the whole Twilight Renaissance, like I keep mentioning, it's
Yeah.
where the millennials and Gen Zs kind of came together and started this for Twilight all over again.
What about that one book that's like the only one in existence for Twilight, but like it's like kept in? I don't know. I just saw a
you
TikTok
mentioned
recently about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the Congress.
It's
Yeah.
Library of Congress or something.
It was like the
I forgot what
first.
it's called.
It was like the first Twilight book or something like that. I can't remember what it was called.
There's also multiple versions of Breaking Dawn. Like, there's a different Breaking Dawn out there too.
Yeah.
Huh?
But she just never released it.
Yeah, but it's just sitting there.
It's in that building,
So
locked away.
And that person said they were gonna like live.
I saw that.
Read
Yeah,
that
I saw
or
that.
whatever.
I saw that
I don't
girl
know
do
if
it.
she did.
Oh, did they ever like leak it though? Like the
No,
It's
it's
pretty
like
recent
kept
that
in
she
there.
did it.
Oh, really?
You can't like check. You have to like read it there. You can't take it out.
So I wonder if this is supposed to be better than what we got.
Time to take a trip to.
Time to take a trip to wherever that
To-
is.
to
Yeah.
Congress.
Some
Washington
Congress.
D.C.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to fucking DC. Hell no. I think also bringing it back to CGI. Also that the Edward vampire scene, or again whatever vampire he fought or whatever, that was pretty intense too. And I like the way the stop slow mo motion that
Oh,
was
the
going on,
Felix
whatever.
with the big
Oh,
vampire
yeah.
when they were fighting. Yeah.
That's his name.
He was-
Felix. Yeah.
He was slamming.
He looks like a fucking Felix.
He's the guard of the Volturi, so he's meant to be like big and everything.
That's dope. It kind of seemed. I mean, dude, he was making Edward his bitch. Like it's crazy. Like he was just
Honestly,
He
kinda
was.
slamming
No, he
him
was.
down like crazy. I
Was
thought
Edward saying he was supposed to be fast, not really like the strongest.
Yeah, he's like the fastest.
Edward, right?
Yeah.
He was-
Oh yeah, I
well, he
forgot
was
about
getting
that.
Caught.
From the-
He was getting caught.
No, he was.
Maybe Emmett. Maybe Emmett could do. You know.
Emmett's always the one that they pull. You'll see they always like pull him to the side, like, "Hey, Emmett, we need that strength," and he's always like, "Hell yeah!"
No, I'm pretty sure he gets excited from that. That's
Oh,
crazy.
completely, yeah.
That's what I
And
need to
then
see.
again, like we just mentioned, the whole the Bella not feeling like any of the powers. I thought like even the what was it? The blonde little girl. What's the blonde?
Jane.
Jane.
She's a badass.
She is. I just remember like hating her when I was little. Like I just don't know. Like just like her. I don't know. It's just like looking at her, just like man, this girl just looks fucking terrible. So I mean, I
She
just.
is.
Yeah, she's like the villain basically, but like I love Jane. Like Jane is my favorite Volturi because just like that ability to just like look at someone and be like pain, and then
But, like,
boom,
Does she only make people feel pain, or is it like she can make them feel anything else?
I think it's only.
only pain. But it's like paralyzing.
What a flaw.
And, like,
Lame.
oh my god, what do you want her to do? What do you want her to do?
Like feel anything
yeah,
else.
exactly. I
thought
mean,
she would,
shit.
like,
I mean,
make
like,
you
it's-
feel like sad. Like she goes sad, and then you feel.
oh no,
No, that's good. No,
That's
that's
lame.
Jasper.
That would be Jasper.
That's Jasper.
No, well, not just sad, but like everything else. You know what I mean?
no, hers
Like,
is just pain.
As far as we know, it's only just pain.
Yeah.
boring.
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 Another plot hole.
Why? Yeah. Fuck.
Big plot hole.
No. I'm just kidding. I mean, of course, we know that Edward gets saved at the end. I mean, they're just like because they know that Bella's gonna, quote unquote, turn later on or whatever, and then we have that little controversy in the woods between. That was actually pretty funny how Jacob was just posted up on the road.
In the middle of the road.
No, that bro, like he could have. Honestly, I want to know what would happen if he were to get hit. Would he have just fucking ate it, or would he?
He
Just...
would have caught that.
Nah, I don't know, man.
I think
he
he
would
would've
have
caught
ate it.
it.
That would be so funny if he fucking ate it though. just think about it. Like he's
Just
so going.
absorb.
Like imagine like Edward's just driving and just he takes one look at Bella and then he's not even paying attention and
Crashes.
And like Jacob's just like, nah, they're not gonna hit me. Boom. Twilight New Moon. That's like the last movie they
That's
ever
it.
made. That's crazy.
He was really counting on that mind reading ability to save him.
No,
Yeah.
And he's like, please hear my thoughts, please.
I mean, it worked.
No, but that was a pretty intense scene too. Of where also like the whole like Bella telling Jacob that she loves him. Like, do you really love him? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like right in front of Edward, like he's not listening right
Well,
there.
because
like,
Edward, you'll again.
I'm always gonna choose him. That hurt.
Yeah,
That-
I wouldn't. So in the next
No.
movie, you'll get to hear. Honestly, I will tell you, you're gonna hear Edward and Jacob kind of actually speak to each other for the first time. But Edward,
Thank God.
head nodding so
Thank
fast.
God.
But Edward knows that like Bella loves Jacob, but in a completely different way. Like it's the whole friend. I've been best friends with this guy for like so long. So like you love your best friends. So that's just what she's saying, but it's in a different way because there's a different way that you love your friend compared to like your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
I love you, dude.
Fair enough. I
Maybe
do
it's
love
a
you,
little
bro.
between y'all.
It is. That's what this is, right?
That's what that is.
Yeah. This guy's Bella.
And you're Jacob?
Yes.
I don't
even
know
though
about
he's
that one. So switch that around real quick. The pain of Jacob, Loki. I can kind of like relate to that because just
Damn.
again, no, not even just like friend zone in general. Just like I guess, yeah. I mean, just someone that you spend like so much time with over and over again. That sucks for him. Like honestly, I felt so bad. If I was him, I definitely wouldn't even fucking try with Bella anymore.
She should have given up a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. He should.
Well, she kept saying like, we're just like at the movie
Yeah.
theater where he was like trying to hold her hand. She's like, I think it means something different to you. Like she multiple times made like hints.
But
I see where
she was laying
like,
on him though.
Right? Yeah, I see where she kind of like.
And she would also go in for those kisses.
Just a little lean in, yeah.
She
was confused.
So she wanted
she was going through it.
No, she was no.
She wanted it.
She was.
She straight touched him just for no reason when he pulled up.
Man, you're kind of beautiful.
Sort of beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, dude, you don't tell. I even said it. Like, you literally just don't tell a guy that you're beautiful. That's on a different level.
I don't think I would tell my guy friend. You're sort of beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
She got knocked into her senses. That's what happened. So she was seeing.
No, she saw the plot. She saw the gains. That's where it was all at. Now, of course, we kind of ended with Edward saying, what was it? Only way that I'm gonna transform you or some bullcrap is gotta marry me. That I like. They should have just ended right there. I think what ruined it was that little sigh at the end. It was just
the gasp.
I was like, what?
Well, because that's what the theater did at the same time. Like we were like holding our breath.
Did y'all not read the books?
They
That's
did,
what's funny
but
is
like
that we did, but it was like you're seeing it in action now.
Yeah.
You read these books. You were waiting so long.
it's just like Marvel, bro.
No, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
Well, I think of it into y'all's perspective, obviously, like
Yeah.
they're not at all cringy. Like I've seen a bunch of the Marvel movies, like, but you're waiting so long to see this. Like even like my dad, who has read all the comic books, he knows what's gonna happen. But when he goes to the theaters to see them,
That's what I'm saying.
you're like, oh my god.
It's still okay.
I can
Try to see it in
understandable.
A way. Yeah, try to see it in that way.
Well, do we get more shocks at the end of these next movies then, or?
What is the next one? Eclipse?
Yeah, Eclipse. Eclipse is honestly
This is the one that
pointless.
sucks.
Yeah, this is apparently the one that sucks. Again, this is
I don't know why it's your favorite.
I love Eclipse.
the one I don't like. I
So
actually don't remember.
if y'all have us back on and we do Eclipse, she's sitting right here because it's her
Okay,
favorite, so she
we'll
can
have-
be in the hot seat.
We'll have you talk about
Yeah.
Eclipse.
No, for sure. If anything, she can just run the podcast. like honestly, me and Brandon can
Just break down
Break it
We
down.
can do that
Here
right
you
now.
go.
Yeah.
Hey, freaking, let's talk geek for a sec. Just girl takeover. Fuck, man, we could take a day off. All we have to
Yeah,
do is
we'll take it up. We'll do all this right here.
all we have to do is just edit the videos. So we're gonna
Become a Twicast.
That's why I count.
shit,
Little
you never know.
spin off. We'll take it over here.
Just take it over. And
We
be
got
like, next time we actually start talking about superheroes, we just okay. You guys can go
Yeah,
now.
we'll take it back over.
But really enjoyed this movie.
One thing I didn't like about it was Victoria. I think everything with
Oh
Victoria.
yeah, I
was
didn't.
so
Dude, again, I
pointless.
forget about that. That was
Yeah.
such a pointless like.
She was like didn't do
It's
shit
for
in this
later
movie.
on.
LeBron got
Yeah.
fucked up.
Oh yeah, he was done for
That
like
sucks.
immediately.
But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I honestly don't like looking at the reviews. I don't see how the first
Reviews
movie
are
got.
terrible.
I don't know how it got shitty reviews compared to the first
See,
one.
I don't know either how like just a bunch of Team Edwards being
Yeah, and
like,
this
I
is
wanted
like-
more Edward.
Yeah,
It's
it's
supposed to
look,
be like the,
everything is 29%, 44%, 4.7.
Because this is the ones where a lot of like groups that we follow talk about. Like they're like, oh, the aesthetic, the vibes, the music. Like that's why honestly this one's one of my favorites.
The music was better.
The music is so good. Like it's
I
my
did
favorite soundtrack. Like everyone loves the like just the look of it and the sound of it.
Yeah.
This one's really good.
Okay, that makes sense.
Especially because you're coming off of like Twilight, which was very low budget, and this one has like a ginormous like production
huge,
up there.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
What a beautiful production. What a nostalgic scene for this movie to come out on the big screen. Oh wait, this is a Spider-Man review. Oh,
had to throw it in their faces real quick.
Yeah, facts.
If you're just looking at all this, okay, but disappointing. Some interesting taste in meh, okay. Not my sort of film, I'm afraid. Depressing Bella for fans only. Pleasant and underrated sequel. Oh, okay, that's a good review. I was
That's
like,
a good one.
could have been. At least it was better than the first film. There you go. We got
Yeah, you
people.
Because I remember going into this
At least it was
this
better.
movie in the theater, and like just the first immediate scene that you see of like the moon and it becoming that new moon.
That was cool.
When I saw that as a young
Said,
girl, I was like,
God.
oh my god! Like I was
Yeah.
like taken aback. Like I was like, this is completely different from the first one, and I love it. Just the look of it.
Yeah.
I could see that. So yeah, I mean, fuck.
The whole beginning sequence was weird though with her grandma.
With the dream,
It's her.
it's her. She's seeing herself
Oh.
because she's so scared.
Yeah,
of
did you not
aging.
catch that?
No, I mean I got that, but I was like, I don't know. Never mind.
Because she thinks she
I wasn't looking that deep. I
Yes,
guess.
yeah, because
Okay,
they look
yeah.
alike. In the book,
That's
she
why
talks a
I
lot
was
about
like-
her grandma, honestly. In the book, she talks a lot
Yeah,
about
that was
her
kind of
relationship.
That
weird
makes
that she
more
like
sense.
she
Yeah.
thought.
That makes more
So she's just seeing herself because she's like so scared of aging next to Edward. So
okay.
It's the fear taken.
Damn.
So, Brandon, what do you get in this movie out of 1 out of 10? I guess as a fantasy movie, I'm not giving you like an actual movie because dude, I'm putting this at like a fucking 5, maybe a 6. Choose wisely. They're right next to you. They can't hurt me.
I'll give it a.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
You give it a 7?
I'll take it.
You're playing it safe, aren't you?
I'll give it like. I'll give it like
a fantasy movie.
I'll give it like a 7.5.
No, for a fantasy movie, I'm gonna give it 8. I'm not gonna lie. So I mean that wasn't bad. Ladies, what do y'all think about this movie?
10 out of 10.
Oh god.
This is your favorite.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like favorite movie of all time?
No.
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
No.
As
the saga, like this is one of my favorite ones out of the whole saga.
Yeah, I definitely watched this one over.
Yeah. I would say it's New Moon and then probably part 1 and part 2 next to it.
I think part 2, Eclipse, and then Breaking Down part 2.
She's obsessed about this Eclipse. Actually, we might have to bring y'all back on for Eclipse again.
Eclipse.
That's crazy. But
oh, there was something too because y'all love Alice so much.
oh yes.
Give me,
It's okay.
give me Alice
We'll
facts.
keep it going.
Give me Alice facts. This is all I need.
So I was laughing at how much y'all loved Alice, which is true because actually I had remember like the flip phones, the Razor flip phones.
Yeah.
So I had one, and it had a skin cover of Alice in New Moon. Like I had it where it was a
You
skin
still have
cover.
it?
I still have it.
Bro,
Yeah, I
can you
should
bring
have
it?
found
Slide,
it.
can you slide it over?
Slide it over.
Yeah.
So actually, Alice's story is not talked about like at all, barely if any.
Yeah.
But she does have a really like sad, heartfelt story that is talked about a little bit in Midnight Sun. But
Is that why she's always happy?
yes, there's
Oh,
a reason
wow,
why.
okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
But there is like a spin-off short film on YouTube that you could watch that explains before she turned.
Okay, Brandon, chill.
I'll
Like
watch,
right now.
I'll watch it later.
And then now watch this.
Is it
Yeah.
her?
It's not her. So
Oh.
it's a spin-off, so it gets different actors, but it takes the story. You've seen it, right? You've seen people talk about it, yeah.
Well, then I don't really know if I want to watch.
It's just
it.
like-
But it's really good. It's called like I think it's like Mary Alice Brandon case or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it just explains like
Why she is
the way she.
Do they do this
But
for
is it
all
like
the other
confirmed?
vampires?
Like
No,
that's why
just
she is the way that she is, or
It's
just
not.
like a
It's
theory?
confirmed. No, it's like it's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much confirmed because in Midnight Sun specifically, you hear Edward. Edward knows a lot more about Alice than Bella does.
read everyone's mind.
Yeah, so
You get a lot more in-depth.
he gets
Oh,
more
okay.
info, and in Midnight Sun, that was my favorite part reading. I think Midnight
Yeah.
Sun was being able to see Alice more in the books and like figure out like her plans all the time and everything. So like in the first movie when they have to make it look like Bella fell through like the window and everything in Midnight Sun, that was my favorite part to read because it's Edward. A whole chapter is just of Edward kind of giving you an insight of what Bella did. What Alice did. She had to like go to the hotel, go to a blood bank to get like a bunch of blood to make it look like she fell through these hotel windows and had to cry. Like it was amazing reading that. So there's so much more to Alice that a lot of people.
Yeah, maybe we definitely should check that out. Then.
It's honestly really good. It's like a little silly, but it's good to add to it.
Okay.
But a lot of Alice is like not seen, and a bunch of the fan base wants it. Like people still to this day are like, why don't we get an Alice spinoff?
I want it.
Shit, I definitely want that.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can't get the same
Okay.
actress, but I mean,
Might need to read this Midnight Sun then, I guess.
you're doing that. You can tell me.
You're
all
okay.
this, bro.
Okay, I'll do. That'll be my homework.
Well, it's so funny because Brandon, I guess, is the book guy. I'm the comic book guy, so
Fair enough.
okay, yeah.
We'll go.
yeah,
We'll go,
we'll kind of go with
we'll
that.
go with that one.
But that was actually a pretty great talk. We just talked geek for a sec for
We did.
about New Moon.
New Moon.
That's crazy.
Never
We want
would've
to
thought.
thank y'all again for actually joining us. And they, you know what, I'm gonna say they will definitely return back for
So
the.
excited.
We'll
when I
finish
heard
off
this.
we'll finish off the saga with them, of course. Anything y'all want to tell the crowd about? I guess just what y'all do. What do y'all do?
What do we do?
Yeah, y'all have a job or do y'all like?
I work at Costco.
Shout out Costco.
Shout out Costco, yeah.
Shit.
Shout
got
out them 150.
everything.
Yeah, shout out them 150 hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Shoot, fuck. I could
That
go for
giant towel that you bought today was like a massive
Bath
bath
sheet?
towel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see this towel,
some-
bro.
We definitely should get
It's a big ass
some
towel.
Costco memberships. That's
Costco
crazy.
memberships.
Hell yeah.
I
I
have,
still
I
need
have
to
one.
get one.
I'll slide you too, bro.
But yeah, thank y'all again for joining us. We really appreciate it. We just also want to say shout out to all the what do y'all call it again?
Twihards.
Twihards.
Oh my god, for any
Diehard
Twihard that
Twihards.
go in,
That's what it was called.
Diehard what?
Diehard Twihards. That's what.
diehard
I've heard
Twihard.
of
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, goddamn. For any of y'all that are actually gonna come and listen, there was actually a lot of people that listened to this.
I listened to the Twilight one.
Exactly.
There was a lot.
But I mean, we're definitely gonna continue out. Next one definitely being Twilight Eclipse. Shout out to the fan base. Shout out for all the love and support that you guys have still been giving for us. I know that the next episodes that we actually are gonna be coming out is actually gonna be the Moon Knight episode, talking about new moon, Moon Knight, more moon
I saw
talk.
the trailer for
It's
that
on
recently.
Yeah, no, this shit's gonna go stupid.
Yeah.
The first episode comes out on Wednesday, so we'll actually be covering that on Friday. Actually, wait, I think we actually might be covering it on Thursday because we're actually gonna go see.
We're gonna be seeing.
We're actually gonna be in Austin on Friday. Gonna see our podcast. Shout out Rooster Teeth, a very long company that is actually very dear to my heart, and it's been a very childhood development for me all the way up until now. We'll be seeing a podcast for them also, so we will be doing a recording early, and then after that we actually have the Morbius talk coming in that weekend as well. So we'll see how. Oh damn! I didn't even think about that. We're just talking about Twilight.
Vampires
and
moons?
Moon, bro.
Oh my god!
See, it all ties in.
This is a perfect build up for everything about that. But also, shout out Christian Stewart. Shout out Taylor Lautner, of course. Shout out Robert Pattinson because that's exactly what we're doing this for.
Shout out Taylor Lautner. Did you say that?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, my bad.
He's like, wait a minute.
He's really obsessed with it.
Yeah,
I was just
did.
thinking about who plays Alice.
Like,
What's Alice's
Ashley
name?
Green.
Shout out Ashley Green.
Shout out Ashley
Sorry,
Green. Shit.
had to.
But that's our talk for this episode. And as always, I've been Nene.
I've been Brandon.
And we'll see y'all later. Deuces.
Oh, that movie. I want them both.
Both who?
I'll let y'all figure it out, man.
Oh my god.
I definitely don't want Bella. She played too much. I want Alice.
You don't want Esme?
I want Alice. In that first
Yeah,
movie,
they talked about Esme a little bit.
when she pushes Carlo against the wall, I was like, God. We said.
That was an extended part. That was an extra scene.
Oh, okay.
There was a lot more extra scenes in this movie, which made it a lot longer, but in my eyes, it makes a lot more sense. Some of those extra scenes.
Yeah.
The books are the best.
Makes sense.
I would offer you some, but this is not mine, so.
No, fair enough.
I'm underage, anyway.
We're underage. Just wait, Brandon. I'm gonna leave my guy. It's coming close. You don't think I didn't forget.
It's not. Nothing's happening